I'm about to be attacked by the entire enemy team in the middle of a snowstorm, and all of my teammates are offline. But how did we get here to such danger? The first raid came just after finishing our fort, where we were attacked by 2 enemies. I was surprised when I got hit at first, but didn't have a visual on them, so I tried to spot them. I thought they were trying to surround us, so I kept checking the other sides while searching. Spotting the enemy, I shot. Oh, they're both there, they're both there, they're both there. Yo, got one of them. With the enemy running out of attack time, they tried a risky strategy, losing 1 member, and with their time running low, they retreated. With the enemy gone, it was now our turn to attack. On our way, we had to cross 2 walls of obsidian dividing the map before we arrived. Then we decided the best plan was to head up the mountain. Arriving at the top, we overlooked the enemy base for a little bit and gathered some intelligence. After watching, we didn't see any movement, so I searched the nearby mountain range for any enemy soldiers. Finding none, we thought that they must all be in the tower, so we decided to attack the farm that was separated from the base. So we're gonna storm the room. I'm gonna take the left corner, you take the right side. Alright, 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, let's just smash and grab a bunch of stuff. Grab the sugarcane, we'll leave the bottom layer on. Alright, and then we'll take a little more sugarcane, and now we can go. So I'm gonna go up and go for the chests. You watch where I get shot from. If I get shot, retreat. Oh, it's just snow. With still no sign of the enemy, I decided to breach the tower so my teammate could shoot through. I hear him laddering.
Oh, I see one.
Alright, shoot at him. Oh, he's replacing it with obsidian. With the enemy inside trying to patch up the base, I kept trying to lure them out. Got a couple hits on him. Into the breaches. Yo! Wait, they rigged their base to blow. They rigged, except... Oh wow, I almost fell on that lamp. That was a good idea, but they blew up themselves. Alright, we gotta go. We gotta go. Wait, hold up. Yeah, okay, yeah, we'll just go. 1 block away from a landmine there, but I think he triggered the one that was below me. However, even though we defeated the defender in the tower, because the low player count today, we weren't allowed to break their beacon. And if a team loses their beacon, then the whole team is put into hardcore. That's why we spend so much time making expensive bases. So with our first attack a success, we headed back to re-gear and make our own base stronger, because we knew the enemy would attack again soon. We decided to add a new room above our base where we could spot enemies from. When I logged on the next day, I realized we had a massive problem. You see, all of our allies weren't online, so the enemy outnumbered myself 4 to 1. If I was going to survive, I needed a strategy, and I only had 1 hour to come up with one. I started by moving all the valuables out of the base. Knowing the high chances of death when outnumbered 4 to 1, I stashed a second set of gear near my respawn. Then I set up some defenses for our base. Kinda looks like you gotta go through a bunch of doors. But this last door here is actually, there's no door on this block. We're keeping it that way so we can put a mine there. So let's go craft a mine. We need these logs so that we can use this to build some gunpowder. We're gonna use the gunpowder to make some landmines. Then that's good, we can put 1 there. And be very careful not to step on it. Alright, we're gonna use our last 7 minutes to scout the surrounding area for where's the best place to ambush them from. With defenses up, less than 2 minutes left of peace, and very minimal durability left on my wool armor, I headed out to the overlook position I spotted earlier. Then a heavy snowstorm blew in, lowering the visibility that we had, meaning it would be even harder for us to spot them. Spotting the first one, I opened fire. The recoil. No. No. Knowing my position was now obviously revealed, I descended the mountain quickly while watching for additional enemy team members on the attack. We know they're around us though, so we just gotta go around. Then I repositioned for my second shot. Okay, yo, we got one of them. We got one of them. Taking out one, I scanned for the remaining three. Find it difficult to believe there was only one. I'm not seeing a second. Alright, we gotta find the other guys. It's possible they only sent one. To be fair, they would always say that no matter what anyways. On my way to reposition, I spotted a second one. We got a spot. Yo, that's two of them. Okay, yeah, there was definitely at least two there. Let's flee the area for a second to give it a second to calm down. Taking him out, I knew we needed to keep moving. Alright, let's shift all the way around. Oh no, that was a lot of blocks in deep snow. We cannot be making mistakes like this. With at least two attacking us, I knew there would be more, so I headed up the mountain to spot them. Now let's see, if there are more, they'll probably go and try and collect the gear from their friends. Well, that looks a little sus, I'm not gonna lie. We've spotted someone up there. They have definitely tried to surround us. Alright, we got three of them. There's still a fourth one, and they may have also returned. Seeing one on an opposing peak, I opened fire. They may have also returned. Wait, no way! No way! I was, like, no, I was right next to them. Bro, they can't, what? Dude, I'm invisible. I then noticed one next to me who had somehow not only remained hidden, but also completely not seen me. Okay, I can't see anyone else. Alright, we gotta move back. We have so much loot, I don't know what to do with it. This is a great problem to have. We gotta run into the woods. Just make a chest, stash all of it. Listen, at least whenever I pray for interesting content, we do get some interesting videos out here every now and again. Returning from the stash, I knew they'd send reinforcements very soon, so I had to watch for new soldiers approaching. Did somebody already grab the loot that quickly? How many guys do they have? No, wait, it's still up there, never mind. I just couldn't see it. He says tunnels. I don't know if he's trying to say that we use tunnels, because if so, that's good, because we didn't, but they think we did. That's a fox. Everything that moves is making me wonder if it's an enemy now. Right, let's get up here quickly. Alright, do we... Oh, yeah, there's a guy over there by the bed. But with the weather conditions significantly limiting how far I could see, I didn't know if I had just seen a real person or not. I thought I saw someone by the bed. Let's just get out of here quickly. The cold was definitely hurting the enemy, but it was also slowing me down, so I kept switching back to my coat to warm up. I don't see him anywhere. Let's head back. There is a piece right now because it's so drastically against us that they can't break our beacon in the base right now in the same way we couldn't break theirs yesterday. With the first half of the attack successfully defended, we knew there was still more to come, and we would definitely get attacked, so I repositioned to a high mountain nearby. We got a guy up there. Then I got a glimpse of another enemy soldier with a similar idea as my own, but they got behind cover and I couldn't see them anymore. I started getting suspicious that I had been outflanked and the enemy was behind me. Okay, I think we may have been spotted by that guy because he hasn't shown up again. Verify that we have not been flanked. Oh, there he is. Alright, we got him. Let's keep a lookout. I do really think we need to move from this position soon. He didn't see too much of it, but if he had any teammates near the area, definitely we could die here. Even with that many enemies defeated, we still had to defend for the remaining 1/3 of the defense time. Wait, was that here before? That might be new. I don't know if this stone bridge was here before. Alright, we'll try and play some mind games with him, tell him we're attacking, and we're gonna really 1v4 him on our attack. I don't know if we're actually going to, probably not, but at least we'll tell them that we are, so they panic and start retreating to defend. Moving yet again to keep my location hidden, I checked if the base was taken yet. Okay, I didn't see anyone. Let's move back, and then we'll get to another sniping position to spot if anyone's nearby, and if there is no one else nearby, then who knows. Looks like still none of them in our base. Not seeing any up there. Alright, there's another one. That's I think it's our 6th one. Put another notch in the rifle. I kept scanning around the area looking for more enemies until the phase ended, meaning it was now our turn to attack and their turn to defend. We now had a small window to attack and take as much enemy gear away from them as we could, meaning we would need to cross out of our territory into middle territory and then into enemy territory. That is very fresh. An iron canteen is pretty valuable and fresh. Where'd that come from? I gotta get out of here because there's very possibly a trap or someone waiting nearby. If you really want to terrify Candy Power, just drop a bunch of iron canteens on your land and he will flee immediately. Using the element of surprise, as they didn't know where we would attack from, I snuck around the back of the base. Constantly scanning the surroundings because I didn't know where the enemy was, I eventually reached the base. Let's see, if they were here, where would they be at? Spotting an enemy, I fired but missed my shots. I then shot at a fort where I thought I had seen an enemy, but I realized the constant attacks were starting to get to my mind, as I hadn't seen a real person there. Knowing I had to make another move as time was limited, I approached the stone structure on the mountain using the mountains as cover. Oh, okay, we got a guy up there. Alright, we got one of them. We gotta keep an eye out for more. Moving and scanning across the range, I spotted another enemy across. Oh no. No, they're doing that thing where they just rush at us with no gear. No. No, not like this. This is not how I wanted to die. Oh, he froze. He froze. I saw another guy walking across the canyon there. We gotta be careful about this. I soon noticed that the enemy I had taken out kept respawning, so close to us that we would need to constantly fight him until we retreat. Oh, okay, we gotta go. We gotta get off the mountain for a second. With low health, I moved back under the cover of a tree to heal. I think I just saw someone up there. Alright, we gotta move out of this area. I was repositioning across the mountains, but the particles from the thirst effect were making me easy to spot. The issue now was that time was running out, and we didn't have much left. And with a snowstorm limiting our vision, I had to take action. Watching an enemy soldier tunnel into the base, it gave me an idea to try the same. But we had to watch out for the remaining enemy team members that I hadn't seen yet. Yeah, let's go, we got in. Oh no, I hear someone. I heard the rest of the enemy team inside, so I wasn't able to collect the grave and had to escape the tunnel. No. Bruh. They're just spawn rushing me. No. This is not how I want to die. With the enemy constantly attacking, I dug downwards and attempted to make an escape from the enemy fort. Exiting from my tunnel, I scanned the surroundings before I headed back to my base, but on my way I spotted an enemy patrol searching for me. At this point, I was really low on time, but I decided to go for it. Okay. We still do have 6 minutes left, so play a little bit of sit and watch. Yeah, we got 2 of them. Alright, you know, we don't have that much on us compared to what we already got. Spotting an enemy for a second, I tried to shoot, but they hid behind cover again. Making a dash for the loot, I got halfway before an enemy began shooting. I don't know where they're shooting at us from. Alright, we gotta... Okay, yeah, they're shooting at us from across the ledge there. Put on our gear and run. Surveilling the mountain for a little longer where the showdown had taken place, I decided to head back to the fort. Jumping into the cave below, I mined my way back into my team's territory and made it back to the base. Yeah, guys, I hate to bring it up to you guys, but they're all actually scripted actors. This whole video was scripted. We really gave me plus 1,000 health. The whole thing was scripted, guys. I'm sorry to disappoint you. I was invincible that whole game. It looked like I was getting really low, but that's just editing and post effects. Don't ask how I'm seeing this as I live record it. Anyways, yeah. Usually I'd say go check out the next video, but since after this half the enemy team split off, and the other half sabotaged their own beacon's defenses, and then the finale battle was just digging around in tunnels because the border ate our gear, there really isn't enough content to make a second video, so I guess I'll see you guys next season. Click the video on screen, please. I need money.